All right. Hello once again. Oh no, I've gone blurry. No, no, no. All right. Hello YouTube. It's me, East again. When I do a 62 fear clear on one of the weapons, I like to record an over-explain video where I basically go through um, the run, talk about sort of what happened, break down my thought process in more detail than what I'm able to articulate while I'm playing. I've been told by like I don't know one person that these are like useful strategic resources, so I'm gonna keep doing them. I finally managed to get the formatting a little bit better. Underneath me, you will see past east, and to the what is it? To the bottom right is past Twitch chat. New Twitch chat, if anyone chats during the stream, will be up here. And yeah, let's go ahead and let's just kind of get into it. I'll pause the video as I go through, and hopefully it's not too loud. Let's go. Oh, I can, yeah, there we go.
What to cast? Become as new.
Well, we got to make it 16 floors at least. I'm noticing that my game sound is a little quiet. I'm wondering if I should turn it up a bit more for future runs. Tough times is right, and I'm still getting it all figured out. Okay, so I'm using the Aspect of Pan. This run was recorded before the hotfix patch that made it so that the keepsake that I'm using. Spoilers, by the way. There is spoilers for 1.0 in this. Don't watch this if you don't want spoilers for 1.0. Fairly warned, BD says I. Yeah, so the Jeweled Palm gives you a random Hades boon when you start the run at Fate's Whim. This was not resetting properly before the hotfix, so that's why you see me picking up the staff, talking to Skelly. I'm basically mucking around in the crossroads a little bit to randomize my seed. You will never see that again, because I believe it was hotfixed, so. Grab Pan and get started. So what are we at now? 0 Trick Knives, 1 Gagaro Stash. Oh, there's the Gagaro's Dash. So the number one thing you're looking for with this sort of run is the Gagaro's Dash. It is the strongest, I think, early game start for most weapons with the Jeweled Palm. This is twofold. It beats Valve wards very decisively and amplifies their early damage. It also works with Pan particularly well, because with Pan at 62 Fear, you're basically never going to be using the Omega Special to do anything other than turn on Huntress, which you will notice that I forget to do many, many times over the course of this run. Other than that, the primary thing that, yeah, so the main thing you use the O Special for is to turn on Huntress. I find that using the Omega Special to use Pan is actually a pretty poor strategy. The Omega Special just isn't a very good move in terms of animations. What makes Pan really strong at 62 is that it is the best blade at taking advantage of the Trick Knives hammer, which makes blades very strong. So I'll be looking for Trick Knives, and once I get Trick Knives, I'll be dashing a lot. And so Gagaro's dash is really good because I'll be dashing a lot. It also increases the damage of your attack and your special, and I will be using my regular attack and my regular special a lot. Trying to high roll for Trick Knives? Not really. I'm kind of playing out the run regardless, but Trick Knives is the best hammer. Oh, use this. Good. Yeah, you'll see me occasionally throw, like, I might go back to Excellence. 2 knives. I'm just trying to get Huntress active. That's just because I'm lazy. I'm also gonna, like, over the course of all these runs, just, like, get better at executing on the blades, and you'll notice over time. Also, I'm just gonna start getting luckier runs. Like, this is a very... Reset? No. I won't hard reset for something like Quick Knives. I won't do anything like that. But, I'm always happy to see it. Not too much to talk about right now. I did take the Celine. Like you can see with Gagaro's dash, like, I'll let myself old East talk for a second here. My run just gets like super easy. So one thing I will say about the dashes. Yeah, I'll pause. One thing that is really interesting about taking 30 grasp and still being at Fate's Whim means you don't take either Enchantress or Champions in your Arcana deck, and as a result, you have 7 free some free grasp of the Arcana to work with. And one of the byproducts of that is that I'm able to take Knight, even though I don't use Omegas at all, just to give me access to the Moon card, which means that this Hex that I'm going to pick up is actually not a dead draw, even though I'm not using mana pretty much at all. It will still maybe at some point be used at some point during the run. Very nice, yes. It kind of just wins the run. Not just wins the run, but it wins the early game. That Lunar Ray will come up for a very, very small, specific situation later in the run. I'll let you know when it happens. None of those are great. Gotta watch out with these guys, because they'll do the backslashes. And when we see them both broken, then I can go in. Yeah, don't engage the Armored Whispers with your measly blades. Are those guys called Whispers? Maybe they're called something else, I don't remember. Ta-da! I got Trick Knives! Surprise! Trick Knives, just to kind of go over it for people who may not be like super familiar with the blades or how they work is, so Trick Knives reads your dash strike, also fires your special 3 times. I'm gonna move my Twitch chat out of the way, by the way. My Twitch chat's in the way of the boon. Your dash strike also fires your special 3 times at once in a fan pattern. This is one of the rare cases of multiplicative scaling in Hades 2. The other ones being like Critical Strike and like Ares Wounds and stuff like Apollo's Extra Dose. Basically, you're multiplying the effect of your specials, and with Pan, those specials will always hit the enemies that are in your cast. Makes it really, really good at dealing with bosses. But also, you'll see me use Trick Knives even without my cast down, just to try and deal area damage. It's very, very powerful. And really is sort of like one of the defining, if not the defining hammer, I think, of the Aspect of Pan. Trick Knives and Gigaro's Dash is an incredible damage boost early on, and doesn't really fall off at any point during the run either, which you will see for the rest of this run. But basically, these are the components, I think, to a successful Pan run at basically any fear is Jeweled Palm Start that rolls Gagaro's Dash, because I don't think you need a specific boon on Pan. You can pretty much roll with whatever you get, and having it upgraded by 3 levels is very, very strong. And Gagaro's Dash sort of solves your early game. And then Trick Knives. These are the 2 components to a very, very strong Aspect of Pan run. And we have them very, very early on, so we're pretty happy to see that. Cool. What a strange run. You know what I could really use right now? Oh, some spiders? No, what I was going to say is what I could really use is some boons. Store? Yes, thank you. Want to see the store before the mini boss. Ares is a good one to get with Trick Knives. Ares is a good one with Trick Knives because the wound effect increases the base power of your attacks, and the base power of the specials on the blades is pretty low, so that's a nice thing to get. It also is an origination curse, which is pretty strong to get as well. And finally, it qualifies me for Grievous Blow, which basically, if I hit anything with my special, they will have a percentage chance to take double damage, and that applies to every blade that gets thrown with Trick Knives. So, kind of multiplies everything a little bit further. Hef. Let's go. As you can see, Trick Knives definitely shreds.
Hephaestus.
Give me something nice, Hef. Ooh. That's nice. One of the things that I don't think can be overstated enough is how much everything has sort of come together over the last few patches to make Hephaestus one of the best. I think Hephaestus might be... He's either the best god in the game, or he's up there with Zeus, I think. Hephaestus has had such a difference in strength with all the changes that have kind of come with early access moving into 1.0. It's so interesting. You know, not only did the blast get buffed, but there were easier ways to get levels on things, so the blast got even stronger. It's a really interesting case of like compounding content and balance patches. I think it's super interesting. Half blasts are going to deal a ton of damage. Probably won't be my primary damage source. That'll still be the special blades from Trick Knives, but this is another reason why Ares is very good. The Origination Curse, once I get another status, is going to really make the blast damage from Hef pop off. And so will Grievous Blow if I ever get it. Nice. Oh my god. S room's kind of crazy. Kind of an insane room. Always get frame 1 jumped on by these guys, man. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Lurkers might be my least favorite thing in the game. Especially in Erebus. They have to be my least favorite thing in Erebus. They have this, like... I think it's frame 1, but it's a very, very fast... It's supposed to be a jump backwards, but sometimes they just jump in place. It does 18 damage, and there's pretty much nothing you can do about it if you're on top of them, which you often are with blades when they do it. So now we're looking for an Origination Giver and lots of Ares for Grievous Blow.
Transform.
Nope. Mana bot. This is good. Palms of Power are good because we want to upgrade our Hef Blast. One of the things I didn't think about when I got Trick Knives Ares is the slowdown. Oh my god, I'm lagging, man. It's hard to really explain it just watching the video, but when you're actually playing the run, you really notice the input lag when wounds are triggered multiple times on screen or triggered very quickly. The slowdown is like palpable. You can definitely feel it. Obviously, it's still very powerful, and I will almost always take Trick Knives Vicious Flourish, especially level 4 and rare. That's a good find, but yeah, it was very interesting. For the rest of the run, the blades really did kind of slow my inputs a little bit. PC Kun. Still playing pretty messy. Kind of like hard focusing on speed over. Okay. I don't think I ever finished that thought, but that is something that's like really, I think, interesting to talk about. So you see on the time there, I have 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in this run. I think the only way at this point, with the holy grail of Gagaros Dash, Trick Knives, and like any decent damage option, in this case, Ares Flourish and Hephaestus Blast, I think I'm most likely to lose the run in Erebus now. I'm most likely to like not get enough skips, which I think I have 1 skip so far. I have Spider Eggs. I haven't seen Arachne yet, and I also want to see any other skips that I can find. I think if I make it out of Erebus without dying, the run sort of tilts into my favor pretty heavily. So I am intentionally playing recklessly fast because I want to try and save. If I can save like 5 seconds a room and take 40 damage or like 30 damage, I'll take that trade-off. Yeah, twins. It's future East and past East. So the game has blessed me and cursed me at the same time here. Yeah, I'm talking about my inability to get a skip. Because I really need to hit like one skip room, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. That's crazy. I just got no skips. Hey monkeys, I'm fine. I'm just raging at the game right now. Shoutouts to monkeys. Oh, okay. There's my skip. It's like the worst one you can get. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. Room 11.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
Yeah.
Any room 11 skip is good. For those of you who don't know, every room in this game, every location, every encounter, the game like increments the encounter difficulty. So room 11 will have more enemies and take longer than room 10 does, than room 9 does, so on and so forth. So getting a skip in room 11, a skip being something that doesn't advance the timer, in this case Nemesis doesn't advance the timer, this is one of the best skips you can get. I don't know why I said it was one of the worst ones. I think it's because Nemesis doesn't give you a boon like Artemis does. And also you can take damage or even die due to the high density of enemies, but with this build I have nothing to fear, I think. Big thing here is just try not to take damage, so I'm going to kind of defensively start trick kniving. If you're wondering what defensive trick kniving is, it's basically just not hitting the enemy with a dash attack. It's playing at a safe distance, using your cast to make them home in. It's something that only Pan can really do well, and it's one of the reasons why I think it sort of separates it a little bit from the other late aspects, other than Morrigan, which I have never actually played. I have no idea how the aspect of Morrigan works. The aspect of the Morrigan, I should say. But yeah, you can see I'm taking care to stay away from enemies.
Strike again, nice. Ooh,
it's a good hit. Volcanic Strike being upgraded
as Ares.
I need to remember to move my camera out of the way because I'm blocking my money again. But basically, I had enough money to go to the store. Oh, look how outraged I am out there. So I went for Ares because there's a lot of things that Ares can give me that are very good here. One of them is Grievous Blow, and the other one is Mutual Destruction. Both of those are really, really powerful boons because they multiplicatively scale my damage even further. However, Ares gives me Stabbing Rush instead at common, so not rewarding my faith here very well. But I had enough money to go to a store, and sometimes you want to go to the store instead of going to this sort of free room. Why does Ares look like a girl? That's Milenoe. The Ares is she always that's the character that's the main character. That's not Ares. Ares very much looks like a dude. Oh. My chat is behind my recording. Move it up. There we go. But yeah, Stabbing Rush isn't that bad. It's just Ares could have been so much better. And now I have to find him again, basically. Come on, Ares. Come on, man. I went to you. I, believed in you, man. The voice of betrayal. I wanted Grievous Blow or Mutual Destruction there. Sure did. Minute 34, no origination, but I'm playing too aggressively. Trick Knives, Heft Blasts at 4 seconds. The worst one. Actually, I have found that the Shockwaves... Here, though, right? Oh my god, I hate the beam so bad, man. I think the Shockwaves I hate more than the beams now. I'm pausing because you can pause to detect which Hecate is the real one. Nice. Thank you, Freenos. I actually find that the like glowing black Reno skin makes him a little easier for me to detect. Raging at the.
I hate the beam. I hate it.
Hey, I do hate the beam. That's true. I kind of hate them all though. Yeah, nice thing about blades is you can throw your special at one of the Hecate ghosts to make sure it's real or not. And the nice thing about wounds and also Gigaro's dash is they will.
You're just dead. You're just dead. Yeah.
It'll reveal the real one. So
There's no rerolls as Major L. Listen, that stabbing rush did work.
true. It probably did like I don't know,
Okay.
400 damage. Did it hit like 5 times?
I think I want to like protect this Death Defiance and take Onion here.
Grandfather.
Like, every time you see this boss, he goes out. It's hard.
Hecate is a hard fight.
It is possible you may encounter remnants of my spell, which casts you to a vision out of time. I've not yet found the means to stop that one.
What do you mean you haven't found the means?
You have no control over your own magic. I wondered whether that was you or one of your less agreeable selves.
I cannot rightly deny your responsibility, but it is one of those, yes. And your susceptibility, why? Perhaps it is some connection which we share. Resistances and senses.
This is a bit of a plot cop-out.
Interesting conversation. So, I think I want to take Onion here, now that I have Trick Knives. It's Onion or... We've seen this at boss... I'll have you know, I've beaten Hecate the last 4 times we fought. In the...
This is significant because I think prior to 1.0, Hecate would end like 80 to 85% of my runs, and I don't know if it's because I've gotten better at the fight, or if Jeweled Palm has just made early games a lot easier, but I find I end up beating... It's the reverse now. I end up beating Hecate about 85% of the time.
Age of Gambling, Hecate is beatable.
Sylla, on the other hand,
That's
not
nothing
easy.
I can really...
with all my offenses already kind of set, all I need is Origination, and I can't take a Godseek Keepsake to guarantee it, or I'll lose my bonuses, so I'm just going to take Ghost Onion
I was
here.
kind of hoping I'd be offered a DD refill here, but whatever.
Onion is functionally a DD refill.
So,
Here.
Onward.
what we're looking for.
It gives more health than a DD refill would have.
We're
For
looking
what it's
for
worth.
Origination. Reno's block was goaded as soon as the frog made the frog black and never find him to block Morphball.
I don't think I reply to this, but I find him
You
easier to
give me
see.
a debuff when you watch my stream, maybe, yeah. Alright, I need Origination, preferably from Days from Apollo, and then start to pick up these Hef duos.
It's a very
More
optimistic.
Ares is good too.
For someone who
Could be
can't
like,
do any, for someone who can't do any re-rolling, that is an extremely optimistic outlook on like what I'm gonna get. I don't even have like the Queen for increased duo chance.
Previous blow. Oh, Lunar Ray upgrades. I don't think so. This is more Hef Blast upgrades.
Pinheads.
I would like something in my cast that deals with crowds. Some sort of crowd control. Solar Ring would honestly be fine. If I could get Root Awakening. Oh, careful. Thankfully, Quick Knives is going kind of crazy. I have to remember to use Huntress as well.
Spoiler alert, I almost never remember to use Huntress for the rest of the run. When I say use Huntress, I mean using an Omega just to lower my mana, which activates the Huntress Arcana card, which gives me 50% more damage on my attacks. And special. Attack and special. It's a nice bonus.
There are
You
a
won't
lot
see
of
me use it
enemies.
very often.
Low value, though.
Down the drain.
Oh, I'm gonna take this chaos and be really, really sad, aren't I?
The correct
I don't
place to
think
take
I
the
am.
chaos. I've been thinking about it
Chaos
offline.
can bring-
Been thinking about it offline, and I think you always take chaos, unless it doesn't advance the room. There are some cases where going to chaos doesn't give you a room skip, but I think it's almost always worth it to go for chaos, even if it's up against something really important.
my run. He can also give me something really nice, and he does give me a room skip.
Hear me on my authority.
Purple stutter step is really nice. Code down the hole.
Reinforced.
Ooh. Thank you for the follow. Why do I not have my...
Okay, that was perfect.
My alert box is also behind my
Like
recording.
almost exactly the one we want to see.
So I got a really nice boon from Chaos there. Exactly what we want to see. I think I said that. This is a hard fight, but it was pretty smoothly.
That guy's always weird when he goes over the... Ooh.
So the Hellyfish is really difficult because you can't get close to it, and you kind of want to get close to Trick Knives, but because we're Pan, we can actually play it more of a distance, which really helps us out. Yes. The 2 East should give it away, 6. I'm doing an overexplain.
The reason it's perfect, like, if I could keep this... See, I'm losing mana when I dash. If I could keep this on the whole run, I would, because the only thing it does is it activates my Huntress without me having to think about it.
And I don't do a very good
That
job of
provides.
remembering after.
Well, can't ask for everything, I guess.
These always come in handy.
Pink?
Oh, thank you for the follow.
Origination, at least.
Yeah, the primary reason I'd want to go for Aphrodite here is I want a way to activate Weak to turn on Origination. The Origination Arcana, which increases my damage by 50%. So what I'll probably do, or what I'm thinking I'm going to do here, is basically take Glamour Gain and I won't be able to use Huntress anymore because I'll start healing my mana, start regenerating my mana, but oh, it's a tough call. I remember this, like 2 tough calls back to back, but 2 great
more health
offerings. 25% more health and Spiritual Affirmation is great, but the thing that I basically told myself is that Glamour Gain is near persistent weak on everything in the game, and 30% reduction in damage is probably better than 25% max HP. Someone who's better at math than me can call me out on that, but I think that's how it works. Also, this is going to permanently give me Origination, which is a 50% damage increase, and unlike the 50% damage increase from Huntress, I don't have to think about activating this one. In fact, I won't be able to activate it anymore because Glamour Gain will restore my mana and stop it from working.
Weak makes bosses deal 30% less damage. That's sort of like 25% more health, right?
Isn't it? Is it better? Is it the same as 30% max health? That's my assumption. I don't know.
That's so brutal. This turns off Huntress, but Huntress doesn't affect Heft Blasts and Origination does.
You like the second face cam? I think it makes sense for future East to talk about past East.
I don't know if that's correct.
I have to remember before I do the Melflames runs, though, to have
What
my my camera stop blocking the
Oh,
money in the corner.
this is such a hard decision.
Yeah, this one's tough too. So Stormring is usually going to be more effective at dealing with bosses. It's going to, because it's concentrated damage, it's like 40 damage, basically 120 damage per second onto a single target, whereas Static Shock is 90 damage every time all 3 specials hit. Technically, it's 120 damage every time the full combo connects into a boss, but that's like not that practical. There's all sorts of other things that kind of go into it. The nice thing about Stormring is that Stormring will deal its damage regardless of what I do. I don't have a cast boon yet, and it's going to be hard for me to get a cast boon. If I remember correctly, I don't actually get a cast boon at all for the rest of the run. And this is the point where I can decide whether or not to do it. I think if this Static Shock was only gray or blue, if it wasn't purple, I think I would probably take Storm Ring. But purple Static Shock is a lot of damage, and technically against like the Tartarus crowds, you do want some Static Shock, you want some crowd control, so it's just a really great boon. So pretty hard to be sad taking it. Both of these are choices that I make in favor of dealing damage instead of being survivable.
In a row.
Like, the more defensive play would be to go Storm Ring and Spiritual Affirmation, but the more offensive choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose the whole, like, I'm
the other
basically
two.
losing Huntress forever after my Chaos Curse expires, but that's okay. Is Prime a debuff? Priming is going to reduce my maximum mana. Oh, so why is it not showing? My maximum mana is 109 right now. Do you see that 36 number? That's how much is already primed by the
Little explainer on how
various
priming
things
works.
happening right now. And with
I've
the
done,
Blades,
like-
the way I'm playing, yeah, like what Six says, I'm not using mana on the Blades pretty much at all. Static
Yep.
Shock is so much damage. It can't not be Static Shock.
You just get fed up with thinking about it.
This is a very different run.
I think this is the right. I think both were the right call for what it's worth. Like, having had more time to sit back and think about it, I think Glamour Gain over Spiritual Affirmation was correct there, because it's very hard for me to get offered Origination again, because I don't know what my fourth god is going to be. I end up getting rewarded for it because my fourth god ends up being Zeus, who cannot at that point give me Origination. So, and then Static Shock I think was better than Storm Ring. Our damage is coming from Trick Knives, so we don't need a damage cast. We can still get Rapture Ring, I'm pretty sure, because Aphrodite's still in the pool, but I don't think we do. Sirens, always kill that guy first, and then fight Jetty and Scylla together over here. Again, Pan has an easier time than the other Blades with Sirens there, just because you can kind of use it at range. I didn't want to get close to Scylla, so I just threw down the cast and then did it. Time for my least favorite part. Hoping that Roxy doesn't overlap her red circle of death with the jets that shoot and push me into them in another way. Oh, Jetty's about to go crazy. I think this was a 1.0 change that Scylla can now do this, like, flam charge thing that she does. Oh, this is an absolute nightmare. What a mess. Thankfully, I have a ton of damage and just killed them all. Great work, East. Great work hitting Trick Knives. Oh, look at the Ares Stabbing Rush. Stabbing Rush doing work. I wonder if Stabbing Rush makes the top 5 damage numbers by the end. I hope it does. I mentioned before that my Apollo Hex would... I'm sorry, my Lunar Ray Hex would come in handy at some point in the run. This is not that point. The full duration does not kill the Grievous Tentacle.
Well,
that seemed like a good stabbing rush there.
Kind of ugly P2, but P1 was really clean, yeah.
Yeah, it's a common theme throughout these fights, that the first part of the fight goes really well,
I mean, it's still alive.
and then the second part goes very badly. That's okay.
My
We can just
health
take
is
a Grave
looking
Pin.
little- I really wish I had taken Spiritual Affirmation, but that would have been a much longer fight if I had. And I would have
Yep.
taken maybe even more damage. Alright, this is a Grave Pin for the rest of the run.
Yep.
The pin.
I'm really surprised that they didn't
Sell Stutter Step, Static Shock, get a Death Defiance back.
nerf Engraved Pin to only last one biome. I think it would have been a
I
really...
would love for Echo to give
impactful
me
change.
gift for my Engraved Pin.
Or survive, 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 if I'm about to say that. Survive 3 is going to give me back a Death Defiance, which is really good too.
On Mel.
Come on, Mel. Yeah. Okay. This is good. Or I want survive, survive, survive. Hey, there it is.
Flourish.
Unfortunately, this will be the last time I get hunches for the rest of the run. I hear you coming. Yes, I will often, if I hear the rolling balls of death in fields, I will almost always wait and kill them before starting the encounter. Same with any of the fat sucky things. I will almost always, if I see one, just kill it, because those can cost you hundreds of health if they get out of control. High priority targets. The rolling ball deals 40 damage if it hits you.
I would like a cast boon of some kind too. Maybe I'm not allowed that though.
Holy moly.
Something
Good
changed
stuff.
with my chaos boon.
Oh, I have regen.
Yes, I have regen now. Very useful. This is so funny. I spend so long thinking about what to take here when it's very clearly only Melting Sickle. I don't use my full attack combo, and I don't channel my Omega Special. I don't know why I don't just snap pick this Melting Sickle. It's the only thing you can take. But watch how long it takes me. Look at my expression. I'm like dead-eyed.
This is the only thing that matters.
Yeah. Good job, buddy. You got there eventually. See, I killed a vacuum fatty as soon as I can. That guy probably didn't need to kill him.
They won't like this.
But my time is looking really good for fields right now. My fields time is looking fine. Nothing to worry about.
Something about the way those projectiles
Yes.
move in a circle. I can't avoid them.
Tempests get me every time.
I should have turned on my pin there.
Finally go.
Yeah, I cost myself about
Okay.
25-ish health by not turning
Oh.
on a great pin there.
It's the
I'll
one
save
we wanted
myself
to
some
see.
time.
Oh, don't you hiss at me.
Yes, Melting Sickle makes that fight
Nice.
really fast.
Very clean.
That is a much faster fight with Melting Sickle because of the armor. If I gotten the vampire there, it would have taken me probably about another 15 seconds, and I would have been at risk of at least turning on a Great Pin.
That.
Good.
It's you. Thank the fates. Thank the fate.
That's the one we want.
Farewell, Echo.
Yeah, not too much to say about that Echo.
Mine's back.
I got the one I wanted. The other two were not that great. Dodge, dodge, dodge is... Actually, that's not true. Dodge, dodge, dodge is like a really, really good max HP modifier. It just basically gives you 50% max HP and it declines. Honestly, the way that dodge, dodge, dodge and fight, fight, fight work are very similar. They have very similar impacts on your max health. But one of them, if you play really well and don't get hit, it lasts for longer. That's dodge, dodge, dodge. But fight, fight, fight is also very good. And fight, fight, fight is also good if you have things like Uncanny Fortitude from Hef or Spiritual Affirmation. But yeah, I just wanted the Death Defiances,
You
so...
can give me weak is more potent, nitro boost,
What am I doing?
money,
I'm like...
health,
I
a palm that maybe hits that.
think that's how I stim when I play.
There's no way health is worth more than this, right? There's no way health is worth more than this. Wispy Wiles? Yeah, Wispy Wiles. Look for Wispy Wiles.
What I'm checking there before, when I keep saying Wispy Wiles to myself, is whether or not I have enough wind. I believe we need 2 wind elements to qualify for Wispy Wiles. Normally, you'll have 2 wind elements with Freenos on a run, though.
No. Okay, good.
Yeah, I almost put 40 there.
Good.
I guess it would have been less because of the week.
Oh, that
but
guy is angry. I have to go kill that guy.
yes, I don't want that guy following me and hitting me from downtown.
Okay, let's take this.
Damn. The damage is pretty impressive here. A lot of armored enemies going up against Melting Sickle. My dash timing got a little bit off there. There's like a timing to always being able to dash strike every time. And if you lose the timing, you'll start doing regular attacks a little bit. This is hard target is something I'm a huge fan of. At 62 fear. When enemies deal a lot of damage, slowing them down. It's basically slowing the enemy's attack speed. So many different enemies. Slowing their attack speed by like 40%. Very nice.
Redding is doing so nice. Yeah, I was crazy to think that Storm Ring was going to be better than Static Shock.
That was close. This is Storm Ring. This is just Static Shock at its best.
Can I see a Wispy Wilds, please?
Yeah. I could have taken Rapture Ring here. My thinking is that I don't need any more wave clear, any more like mob clear. I do a pretty good job with that with Static Shock. And Wispy Wilds makes you better against bosses.
Ragnaros, the Fire Lord.
Wow.
I also got a
8%
win from
chance.
Hermes.
We're happy to take that.
Yeah. Or wind. 8% dodge chance. It's really nice. Can still get more.
Oh, no.
See, this guy would have been really hard.
There, yeah. Nice. Oh, the Melting Hammer in... The Melting Hammer was actually so huge.
That was about as good as Melting Sickle can be, actually, I think, at this point in the run, picking it up in Biome 3. I got the Armor Mini-Boss, and I got the sort of Armor Mini-Boss from in Fields as well. Very, very good showing for Melting Sickle. Probably saved me somewhere in the area of like 80 health, I would say.
This way. Ares, Grievous Blow.
Do I get it? Woo! Eastradamus strikes again.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so that basically multiplies my DPS by 1.18, which is good. Not something you can do very easily in this game.
That's a 18% chance for my damage to multiply. Here we go.
By 2. Cerberus is hard. I have recently found some success with just trying to stay on top of him and behind him and like reflex dodging what he's doing. I'm getting a little better at it, but this fight still just absolutely owns me sometimes. Being a little patient and not running in when those circles are expiring is also good. Not too much to say here. This Cerberus fight is pretty straightforward. You clean up the mobs and trying to take as little damage as possible, then just kind of get on top of Cerberus and alternate dashing through and behind him. Basically, when his hand comes up and goes down, you want to go, like, if it's the right hand, you want to go behind into his left. If it's left hand, you want to go behind into his right. When it's both hands, there's like a sweet spot directly behind him. And I'm just trying to end up in those spots while also dealing damage. You do kind of have to just race Cerberus, I find, in part 3, because there are just too many hitboxes and they're too all over the place for me to consistently dodge him. So usually I almost always, I would say, Almost always, yeah. I bring in engraved pin to Act 3 specifically because phase 2 of Cerberus, I just race him. And you'll probably see that here. Yeah, like at that point, I know that I'm one hit away from pin turning on. So rather than like trying to avoid Cerberus's attack, look at the screen right now, right? There are like 3 overlapping hitboxes to the top left. There are hitboxes all over the screen. The only way to avoid this damage is to run away from him. So I know that that's going to happen. So do you see that white bit of his health bar? I just do all that damage waiting for him to hit me. And then we race. I win. Good fight.
Furious.
Yep. I'm a little worried. No need to be worried.
I got myself back. I just have to play very well in Tartarus.
You're free again for now.
Oh, is this no.
Good.
No, it's the Cersei run that I take the Arachne keepsake. I didn't get gift. So I have to take Great Pin again.
Cerberus is adorable. We're keeping this. I don't have a cast. Alright.
One last drop.
Much cleaner serve compared to the Nurgle days. Please stop reminding me of the Nurgle days.
Oh, the Nurgle days. I'll be there soon if I win the Melflames run.
Let's have a really clean Chronos.
The lowest depths, daughter.
Almost 8-minute Tartarus means I want to just take my time.
I was actually just about to say that, so keep going, East. East? Buddy. Finish your thought, buddy.
Try to stay on the outside of the hitboxes.
Yeah, good.
Okay, if stuff respawns.
Yep.
I have so many. This is one of the worst rooms you can get, I think.
Yep.
Good to get that one out of the way early.
That doesn't mean anything. They could still spawn again. Good room. Again, because I have healing per room, I think I probably need about 3 to 3.5 minutes to kill Chronos, so I'm happy to take 3 to 3.5 more minutes to basically not take damage as much as possible and let my Chaos Revival pick my HP up.
I would like to hit Hades here.
What a Captain Obvious thing to say. I would like to hit Hades here. Who doesn't want... I mean, maybe if you're super low on time, you don't go to Hades, because he makes the other tart rooms take longer, but other than that, you always want to see Hades. Even then, I think Deep Descent is probably overall a time save. And it definitely makes the Chronos fight less dangerous. Or that phase 1 less dangerous. Ah.
Is that all?
Wow, I found Hades. You also almost always get him.
Mother, Mother.
Melinoe.
You have my blessings as well. You know that, don't you, Melinoe? Unfortunately, I'm not supposed to offer you the more tangible kind while we're cleaning up after Kronos.
Surely my own blessing shall suffice. Our daughter has already faced
Do a little skippy skip. That's the one we wanted.
my daughter.
Deep Descent is the one you want. Makes it so that the mini boss does not summon during Kronos's second summoning phase of part 1, and also just kind of cuts down on the amount of Tempests that heal him in phase 2. Although I suspect we won't have too much of a problem cleaning those up. I don't know why I'm pausing. I'm not going to any other side room. I think about an Ares Aphrodite trial. Family dispute or whatever they're called. Ooh, watch out for the lasers. I let a bunch of them respawn for some reason. I think it's just because I'm playing hyper safe here. Ow. Use the regular special just for a little more range. Don't bother going for that. I actually think that Revenant gets claimed by the impassable terrain that sort of spawns out of this. But yeah, you can see I'm trying to just maintain a super safe distance. See, the Tempests, they always get me. I can never figure out their circular patterns. Nice.
Well, that room sucked ass.
It's not even done.
More?
Yeah, it was a tough room. Didn't take too much damage, though.
I could take that room. I probably don't lose. Do I lose 36 health in it?
I don't know why I said 36, because you only get 18 extra health for taking that room. But it's not worth going to the dispute there. There's nothing I really, really want from Ares and Aphrodite that hasn't already been removed with Vow of Denial.
I probably do. Let's just double check. I'm pretty sure there's lots I can get from here.
This is good practice to do, especially late in runs when you're not sure. With boons, I can check which ones are locked out by a Vow of Denial, so I know which ones I should, like whether or not I'll be offered. If like all of your stuff is locked out on this screen, or everything that you can legally be offered, given the rules of the game will sometimes offer you only sacrifices, and that can really mess up your run. So I'm always checking to see, like, okay, what can I be offered here? I see Molten Touch.
So in the first game, you're Hades' son. Hades is a big asshole. He didn't
big
seem
story
that
drop.
mean to his daughter. He's picking favorites. The whole story of Hades 1
What am
is
I doing to
Hades
my
learning
face?
to become less of an asshole, basically.
Jeez, crazy.
I can get Uncanny Fortitude. I can get Security System, which doesn't matter. I can get Grand Caldera. I'm just taking
Yep.
this.
Could just take it. Should be taking it.
Accept this message.
I think
I'm about to say something, and it's just, I think, completely wrong.
Grand Caldera is better than Anvil Ring here. Because my blasts are at 3 seconds.
Anvil Ring with Origination is like,
Hail, boatman.
Okay.
oh man,
This is about as good of a build as I'm ever gonna have.
it's like 600
ancient
damage a
Anvil.
cast.
So
There's
let's
no
hope
way
it
that
works.
there's absolutely zero way that Grand Caldera is more damage than Anvil Ring there. Just so much adrenaline, I can't do math. All right. We have a lot of health for this Kronos fight because we played Tartarus pretty well. So one of the things you'll notice in this fight is Rivals bosses have something called a combo breaker mechanic. We call it that because it's in the game. In the game's code, it's called that. And what it means is basically if any boss takes a high amount of HP damage, they will execute some sort of thing. If you notice there's a giant time bubble on the screen, that is Kronos' combo breaker. Is he throws up a time bubble, he teleports away, and then usually he throws a boomerang right after. There are 3 different combo breakers. In phase 2, he also does Time Bubble pop away. And then in phase 3, he does tons of energy balls surrounding him. And that comes up later. So, let's see. So I kind of have to be on my toes, basically after a certain amount of time, and also every time Kronos changes phases, he will regain a use of this attack. So he should do it again in just a sec here. Because I don't hit him with a blast. I guess I don't line it up. See, there it is. And then this is his half HP transition phase, and I think he does it again in a second here, yeah. So there it is again. So he kind of, every time he phase changes, he gets that teleport back. So he should do it again in a second here. You can see Deep Descent means no mini-boss for him, and because Pan is so good at range, I can do that so easily. So you can see how, like, understanding that he's going to be doing those combo breakers and playing around them actually saves me a ton of health in phase 1. Very, very clean phase 1.
That was a very clean phase 1.
Phase 2 is not nearly as clean.
The hard part about this is he keeps doing the combo breakers.
I'm not sure why he didn't combo break there. Why I didn't... I guess I just didn't deal enough damage to combo breaker him, but I thought for sure he was going to do it.
Oh my god, I thought it was on the other side.
See, there. He did it that time. Little thing there, I see Kronos is charging his insta-kill, the golden circle one, in the middle. I know that he's close enough to half HP that I, rather than like trying to dodge it and the clock hands that come out that mess you up, I just phase him. I just go and hit him into his next phase because I know that the insta-kill attack won't go off if he's transitioning from one phase to the next. So I hit him mid-charge and triggered his combo breaker there, which is a little weird. And you can see it actually changes position. The bubble starts in one area. It starts like over here, but it actually gets me over there, which is a little bit weird. Unfortunately, I get a bit panicky here, and I miss the input from my cast. So Kronos takes a lot less damage there, and I end up losing way too much health. Massive blunder in 3, 2, 1, go. So 10 seconds invulnerability just basically got flushed down the drain. Next time this happens to me and I understand it, what I should be doing now is Kronos is actually vulnerable while he's teleporting around like this. So I should be running at him and trying to deal as much damage as possible when my engraved pin is active. But I don't. I play the fight normally until the very end I kind of realize what I can do.
Oh!
I'm pretty upset, because 10 seconds of vulnerability in this fight is basically a phase. There's only 2 phases left. But I realize here I can start hitting him, and I do get in about 1/5 of his health bar. So here's the combo breaker again. Ouch. Good read on the second dash. Okay, this is really important here. He's gonna... Oh, this is the moment where it matters. Where my hex matters. So when you're hit by the and I can't 100% confirm this, but I believe this is the case. When you get hit by the time slow effect from Kronos, if you do things like start charging your hex, things that also slow him down, that will not lengthen the duration from which you're slowed. So it's basically like, if you have a hex that doesn't do anything, you should still use it if it has a cast time during parts of the Kronos fight in which you were slowed. I try to clean up those hands. I have time, so I'm kind of using it. Ow. Okay. I miss that I phased him. I think I'm just fighting regular Klonos. I think I just phased him here. I thought I just phased him, and that's why I don't expect the combo breaker coming. And I end up getting hit by 2 of the balls and making this, like, actually kind of a close fight. I don't understand that he's in the middle of his... So when Kronos phases, he summons a clone of himself, which doesn't always spawn. It didn't spawn in this case. I don't know why. I think it's because I phased him with some of the hands still on screen. And so he doesn't summon his clone because of Deep Descent. And then he does a series of 4 dash strikes. Dash, swing, dash, swing, dash, swing, dash, swing. I don't know that he's... I'm, like, completely disoriented. I have no idea that that's what he's doing because I don't see the clone. And I have no idea what's happening. So it takes me until about at this point to clue in that I've phased him somehow. That he's below half. And that he's dash striking me. I have about 3 hits left. Let's go! Woo! Pretty messy at the end, but we got there. That P1 got it for me. That was a really, really good P1. And this build is sick. First 62 clear, Blade's clear for me. And I got hit by that laser beam in P3. I didn't have enough speed to dodge it very well. Ah, yes! Yes.
Sorry there, old boy.
Sorry there, old boy.
Sorry there, old boy.
It is a nice little bit of brevity at the end of every one of these runs that Kronos comes in and does himself in. Still had 1 DD left. Yeah, that's the Overexplain. I think I covered pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. Let's see. Dash, strike, Gigaros dash. So, unfortunately, the falling blades from Ares did not make it into the top 5. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Stutter Step was huge. I think I made the right decisions to go for a Static Shock and Glamour Gain instead of Spiritual Affirmation Storm Ring, although I might have won the run either way. The interesting things about that was a very interesting Kronos fight. Like, the accidentally phasing, or not realizing that I phased him, the combo breakers. It was a good demonstration of the different, like, hidden mechanics of the Rivals boss fights. So, very cool. And yeah, hope that's going to be it, I think, for this video. Hope everybody enjoyed it. If you like it, make sure you subscribe and drop a comment if you have any other questions or you're curious or have any other thoughts. And yeah, have a great day.